Hello mga kamaniwise! Welcome back to my channel. In this video, pag-uusapan natin ang Series 6 Preferred Shares offering ng MegaWide. I'll talk about the key details and what you need to know bago ka mag-invest dito. MegaWide is offering 30 million preferred shares divided into three types. MWP 6A series with 7.6283% dividend rate, 6B series with 7.9606% dividend, and 6C series with 8.2993% dividend rate. Ang dividend rates ay mababawasan pa ng 10% na withholding tax. Offer price is 100 pesos per share. And merong oversubscription na 30 million shares pag malaki ang demand, making a total of 60 million shares including oversubscription. Minimum subscription is 500 shares. So, minimum investment na kailangan is 50,000 pesos. Pag gusto mong magdagdag, in multiples of 10 shares ang additional. Listing date ay April 14, 2025. Subscription period ay from March 24 to April 3, 2025. Last date till 12 p.m. This is for Call Financial. I think it should be the same for the other brokers. Optional redemption date ay 3 years for both Series A and Series B and 5 years for Series C. The longer the redemption period, the higher the dividend rate. Take note, ang term na ginamit ay optional redemption date, meaning MegaWide is not required to redeem or buy back the preferred shares on the redemption date. Key features of MegaWide preferred shares. Cumulative. If MegaWide misses a dividend payment, they must pay it later. And maiipon lahat ng unpaid dividends which must be paid before any dividends can be distributed to common shareholders. Non-convertible ang preferred shares, meaning hindi pwedeng ma-convert to common shares. And walang voting rights in the company since these are preferred shares. The preferred shares are redeemable but can also be perpetual if not redeemed by the company. Ibig sabihin, may option ang MegaWide na i-redeem ang preferred shares sa redemption date, pero kung hindi nila i-redeem, for example, walang pambayad ang MegaWide, the shares will become perpetual until MegaWide redeems the preferred shares. Kaya ang term na ginamit ay optional redemption date. The company is not obligated to redeem the shares. For Series 6A, earliest redemption ay third year from the listing date. At ang redemption price ay 100% of the issue price, meaning you get back what you originally invested. After the third year, the company can redeem on any dividend payment date. Series B, so earliest redemption ay third year. From third to fourth year, 101% of the issue price. And fourth to fifth year, 100.5% of the issue price. And after the fifth year, redemption price is 100%. For Series 6C, earliest redemption ay fifth year. So, from 5th to 6th year, 101% of the issue price ang redemption. From 6th to 7th year, 100.5% of the issue price. And after the 7th year, ang redemption price is 100%. However, if the company chooses not to redeem these shares, investors will continue receiving dividends indefinitely until the company decides to buy them back. Key points, pwedeng ibenta ang shares anytime on the stock exchange pag merong buyer. And MegaWide is not required to redeem the shares after the redemption date. Pero meron silang option to do so. If not redeemed, the shares remain perpetual unless the company decides to redeem or buy back the preferred shares later. The proceeds from preferred shares offering will mainly be used for redeeming Series 4 preferred shares. In other words, pambayad ng utang. So, 84.3% ng fund ay gagamitin sa redemption of Series 4 preferred shares. And 15.7% naman ang mapupunta sa partial financing of pipeline projects without oversubscription. However, 'pag merong oversubscription, more funds will be allocated to financing pipeline projects. So, 67.3% mapupunta sa redemption of Series 4 preferred shares and 27.7% naman will be allocated for financing pipeline projects. And a small portion, so nasa 5% for general corporate purposes. 'Pag merong oversubscription lang. Let's check the company financials if Megawide can afford these dividends. Stable naman ang revenue ng Megawide but it's not growing significantly. Ang 7-year compound annual growth rate sa revenue ay 0.77%. And negative ang earnings noong December 2022 and December 2023. As of September 2024, profitable naman na siya, pero sobrang liit ng income compared sa revenue. Sobrang nipis ang profit margin at 0.6%, which means malaki ang expenses ng Megawide. Megawide's main source of revenue is construction. Nasa 95.3% of its total revenue. Gross profit ay 3.35 billion pesos. However, its expenses are significant. Cost of sales ay 16 billion pesos. Free cash flow is negative since 2021 and operating cash flow naman ay negative noong 2022 and 2023. Nag-positive na ang operating cash flow as of September 2024 pero maliit lang. Mataas ang utang ng Megawide with a debt-to-equity ratio of 243%. Megawide is heavily reliant on debt financing due to its capital-intensive nature. Ang baba rin ng interest coverage ratio at 1.4 times, which means that Megawide's earnings before interest and taxes is only 1.4 times its interest expenses. An interest coverage ratio below 2.0 times is generally considered risky kasi a slight drop in earnings could make it difficult for the company to meet its debt obligations. Pag hindi nag-improve ang earnings, pwedeng mahirapan ang kumpanya na magbayad ng utang. High risk siya for me. In terms of management, Edgar Saavedra's leadership experience, particularly with Citicorp Renewable Energy and Citicorp Energy REIT, could boost investor confidence. However, this does not eliminate the inherent risk associated with Megawide's business. You need to carefully assess the risk considering Megawide's current financial performance and high debt levels. So, ano masasabi mo sa Megawide preferred shares offering? For me, hindi ako masyadong confident based on the company's financials and high debt level. So, how about you? Let me know in the comments.